You always find your way into drama because you always find your way in another female's face. Like, stop. Okay, so hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back now, and as you can see by the title, y'all already know what we're gonna get into today. So those of you who are familiar here on these YouTube streets, then y'all familiar with the couple channel DK4L, Dearra and Ken. So earlier today I ran across a video on the Shade Room team where they were saying that Ken got caught on live flirting with some girl named Taylor, asking her to do a model walk. And I seen the video. He was asking her to do a model walk and asking her where they was going, because they said they was going outside, and he was telling the girl to take shots and, you know, just speaking to her in a manner that someone who is engaged to be married, not even just engaged, in a relationship period, should not be speaking to a young lady. And he was with other people, so I mean he probably felt like it was nothing wrong with it, but I mean you know what you're doing at this point. And the reason why I feel that way, like he know what he doing at this point, is because you're a repeat offender at this point. So you know that certain things that you do are not cool. It's a non-negotiable. It's a non-factor. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like at this point he just doesn't care. Like, I feel like he's doing this to get out of whatever they have going on at this point, because it's impossible for you to tell me that you care about somebody but you keep getting caught up in these situations where people are able to paint you as the bad guy, like you like to say. Everybody, every time he gets caught, it's everybody else's fault why he's in trouble. It's everybody else's reason. It's everybody else trying to paint him out to be the bad guy, Chun-Li. You get what I'm saying? It's never Ken's fault. It's never based on Ken's actions. It's always, and then the people he blamed it on be his fans. Like, y'all fan base is the one that comes for your neck because they care for Dearra and they care for you too. So for you to be on Instagram and stuff doing all that, talking to the girls like that, of course they gonna feel some type of way, and they gonna attack and they gonna go to bat for Dearra because they watch y'all and they put y'all up on a different kind of pedestal, which isn't always correct, and it isn't always the right thing to do. But when you are a public figure, sometimes that just naturally happens that way, and you can't help it. So you have to deal with the cards that you were dealt. You get what I'm saying? You have to live your, I'm not saying like live your life based on what everybody else wants you to do, what your fans want you to do, but at the end of the day, when you are held up to a higher standard, which you are at this point, you are a OG YouTuber. You are supposed to be, you know, couple goals, but to other people, I don't really do the whole couple goal things, but to the younger people out there, you know, y'all couple goals, you know, y'all influencers, y'all are people that smaller YouTubers, smaller couples look up to. And to constantly see y'all in the media in these scandals like this is really heartbreaking. Now, what I will say, well, what I want to ask Dearra is, how many times are you going to give him the opportunity to embarrass you before you finally say, okay, I'm done, I'm walking away for good? And the reason why I want to ask you that is because, like I said, he's a repeat offender. This isn't the first time that Ken has been caught up in a situation with a female inappropriately. You know what I'm saying? And in my personal opinion, I feel like you should have been left, which is always easier for somebody else to say than it is for them to do. But just from me and experience, you get what I'm saying, I would have been left. And not only that, y'all are a public figure, like y'all are a public couple, It's no way somebody's gonna keep embarrassing me publicly and I'm gonna keep staying with them. You get what I'm saying? And keep getting more embarrassed for the public to laugh at me. I just could not bring myself to do it no matter how big the bag is. I just couldn't, because it's gonna, like, it's one thing for what people to see, and it's another thing for what you live behind closed doors. So sure, you might be acting like everything is cool and you unbothered for us to see, but behind closed doors, baby, we know you going through it. It's no way you telling me you've been with somebody for years and he gets caught in all these scandals and you just don't feel nothing by it, and you just continuing to be with him and you don't feel a way. If I was at home with my man and knowing that I just took him back after all this shit, I would be giving his ass the motherfucking blues. I would be giving him, his ass would be handed to him on a silver platter. Like, it's no way. Like, I just don't think I have the maturity level to continue to be with somebody on numerous occasions of them embarrassing me publicly. Furthermore, I feel like he's just blatantly disrespectful. Like I said, I feel like he's doing it. I feel like he's young, and at this point, he's been with Dearra all these years. He never really had an opportunity to explore and get the life. Live the lifestyle, especially with the lifestyle that he has now. Because you know him and Dearra built this empire together, so he hasn't really had the opportunity to be a single man with cash. You get what I'm saying? I always figured that Ken and Dearra was always kind of wealthy. They always had a little money on them, but the YouTube really brought the big checks. So I feel like it's the money. Like, he never really had an opportunity to explore and just live the lifestyle he wanted to live in the particular state that he's in right now, if y'all can understand what I'm saying. And then I seen a picture on Instagram where Dearra was in the car just acting unbothered, you know, like nothing is just getting to her. And I felt like the first thing that came to my mind was bird behavior. Like, bird behavior. And not that I'm trying to fault Dearra for anything, because it's not her fault that she got cheated on. But at the same time, when you continuously take somebody back when they cheated on you, it does become your fault. It does become your issue. You get what I'm saying? Because you had the opportunity not once, but twice to walk away, and you still didn't. Plus this time, and you still just walking around like you unbothered. I feel like that's bird behavior, because there's no way you're going to tell me you've been with somebody all this time, this many years, holding him down, making y'all money, you know, and he just keep disrespecting you, and you just accepting him back, you know, with open arms, and you keep putting on this unbothered facade for people on the internet to see, when in reality we want you to be bothered, because at least we'll know that you just not letting him run over you. Like, you keep trying to make it seem like you don't care, but that's what's making you look stupid, because you should care. No nigga of mine that I've been with for years and we done built all this stuff together is gonna continue to dog me and do me dirt, and I'm gonna keep acting like I'm unbothered. No, that's what makes you look stupid, girl. You need to be bothered. You need to be showing some type of emotion to, you know, to, that's probably why he keep doing you like that, because you keep acting like you don't care. Maybe you need to turn up on his ass once or twice, and you get what I'm saying, put his ass in his place. You keep acting unbothered. That's what's making you look crazy. It's like, it's making you look like, girl, like, for real. Like, and then the fact that you staying with him is what's furthering the confusion for me and a lot of other people, because why? You can have any man that you want, Dearra. You're a fine young lady. Like, the YouTube checks, I'm sure you can make the same amount of YouTube checks by yourself, because you have supporters. You know what I'm saying? Outside of just the Dearra and Ken shit. So, yeah, like I was saying, I prefer you to be bothered. I prefer you to show a little bit of emotion, because at least then it will humanize you a little bit and just show everybody that, hey, I'm not here for him walking over me. As long as you continuing to put on this act, that's what it looks like. It's like you're okay with him continuously walking over you and belittling you and disrespecting you in public. And that's not cool, especially because you don't deserve that. But if you don't think you deserve more, how can anybody else, you know, give you anything more? How can anybody else give you anything more than what you already getting right now if you so unbothered? You know? And then when the first set of allegations came out, I still supported them because they made it seem like the first time was a scam, even though part of me in the back of my mind kind of felt like it wasn't, because around that time a lot of YouTubers was getting into situations where they were being caught cheating and people was lying on them and stuff like that, just getting them in a whole bunch of mess. So I kind of figured that's what it was, just because I loved Dearra and Ken so much during that time, because they was the first, people that I was watching when I first started watching YouTube, when I first ever even thought about doing, when I first started doing YouTube, they were the first people that I ever just took to and was drawn to. So yeah, like I kind of feel bad for Dearra, because I've been watching them for a long time. I got into YouTube probably around 2016, 2017. So, and it's 2021 now. So, yeah, I feel bad for her, but I can only feel as bad for you as you feel for yourself, if that makes sense. And then, like, after the second allegations came about, I was done. Like, I tried to stick in there just a little bit longer because she was doing the whole unbothered thing, and she wasn't really reacting. And not to mention, the second set of allegations just happened recently, like a couple months ago. It hasn't been a long time since he was accused the second time. So like I tried to stick it in there, I tried to still be a good supporter. I was still subscribed on YouTube. I was still following them on social media, stuff like that, even though I wasn't watching their videos anymore. I had actually stopped really engaging in their videos before the first set of cheating allegations came out, only because I just naturally kind of shifted away from them, and I started looking at different kind of things, because when I got into YouTube, true enough, I was watching them, but that's because I was 16, 17. Once I got older, I started getting into other things, because Dearra and Ken is mostly for younger people, like teenagers, and I just wasn't into that kind of content anymore. So I stopped watching a video well before the cheating allegations came about. It was just when the first set came out, I was just like, okay, I'm looking at y'all weird now. And then when the second set came out, I was just like, okay, I'm done. But what really pushed me to unsubscribe from them is when the second set of allegations came out, and instead of her, but she don't have to address anything. She don't have to address nothing. But what made me feel some type of way is that the blogs and stuff was posting the things that she was doing, like not wearing her ring, or the whole acting unbothered thing, like continuing to keep posting all these different posts all day to try to make it seem like you wasn't bothered, when we all know that you was hurting. I'd rather you be real about the situation. Like, you've been real with us, quote unquote, all this time. Why you just can't be real with us about how you feeling right now? So, and it was just annoying me that she was just continuously being so stupid for this man. So I unfollowed her, and then I unfollowed Ken, because I was just like, I just can't. When it came out that for Christmas he was doing all that house hunting and with other people for Christmas, how they spent Christmas separated and all that stuff, I was like, I just can't fake the funk with them anymore. I'm just gonna unsubscribe and unfollow, because fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, baby, you got to go. And that's exactly what Dearra should have told his ass. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, baby, you gotta go. And she did not. She's still continuing to stick it out for him. And, it's gonna start making her look crazy if she does not put her foot down, because don't nobody want you to get walked over, mama. We don't want you to get walked over, but at the same time, a zebra never changes its stripes. So with that being said, you took him back the first and the second time. What make him think, okay, if he go out and do it again, which he just did, he may not have physically cheated, and no time where he has ever been caught he's physically cheated, but still, regardless if it's physical, emotional, verbal, it's still cheating. You still have a whole fiance, or at least had a whole fiance, because since these allegations has came about, she's taken the fiance tag out of her Instagram bio. So yeah, like, it's saying that the wedding has been called off. So I feel like she is using her morals and her self-respect as collateral damage for a YouTube check. in a YouTube relationship, and I don't like that because Dearra, like I said, she can have anybody that she want out here. You do not have to settle for Ken. Yes, y'all came into the business together. Yes, you did love him. You have a lot of love for him still. Y'all made a lot of money together, but it's more bags to go around. He can make his own money at this point because I'm sure he have his own supporters that don't believe he's a lying, cheating scumbag. And then you have your own supporters who support you and want the best for you and want you to be happy in a successful, committed relationship. You get what I'm saying? And you deserve that at this point. The money, the cars, the materialistic shit, they can all be, you know, that can be replaced. You know what I'm saying? Your self-respect and your morals is what's important here. Do not sacrifice that for an appearance or for money. Like, it's just not worth it. It's equivalent to selling your soul, in my opinion. And I don't like that at all. And then Ken came out and made a statement, and of course I'm gonna post it on the screen, and I'm gonna read it with you guys just so y'all can, you know, hear it if you can't see it on the screen. So Ken made a post and it said, at some point y'all will realize that constantly attacking someone's character and actions despite not knowing what happens behind closed doors is wrong. You all assume you know everything, but in reality know nothing. Pause right there. It's not that we think that we know everything. We going off what we see. If y'all went from being such a loving, committed couple on YouTube to now all of a sudden it's cheat, 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 cheat. Of course we're gonna judge because that's not what we're used to seeing. But continue. Like, you want me to be the bad guy? Fine. You run with out of context clips instead of watching the full thing just for a few views and sound bites. And for what? For what reason? My entire stream knew what was happening and we had a good time. That was 2 weeks ago. I don't care if it was 2 fucking hours ago, bitch. Don't be on no motherfucking live, you know, talking to no girl like that. Like, telling her to do a whole model walk and ask somebody to take shots. Like, bitch, why you in her business? Mind your business. Get on here, chat it up with your friends and your fans for a quick second and hop off, but do it in a respectful manner. Don't be out here disrespecting me, bitch, and I'm your fiance. I'm engaged to you. Like, don't do that. And then try to make me look crazy for it. Like, no. But I guess the context well dried up and I became the only option. Hope it was worth it, but this is a reminder to anyone looking to start a career online. People with flaws and invisible mistakes will blow up your flaws and mistakes to make themselves feel better. See, you're not even spelling right. That's how I know you're lying. Feel better and will paint your image around it. I wish everyone well, as I always have. Never wanted to be in drama, but somehow found my way into it. No, you always find your way into drama because you always find your way in another female's face. Like, stop. Stop blaming everybody else for the shit that you're doing. Like, it's nobody else's fault that you on here cheating and flirting with other girls, touching on other girls' ass, and getting caught for it. When you're a public figure, bitch, of course people gonna record you and blast you. That's what they gonna do. Like, stop doing that. You knew what the fuck was going to happen when you signed up to this shit. You know how the celebrity lifestyle work well before y'all even decided to get into YouTube. Stop playing with me, okay? And stop playing with Dearra. Stop playing in our face, okay? Because that shit is irritating. But somehow find my way into it, and that's something I take full responsibility for. Shit happens sometimes, and we don't always have to understand it, but instead live with it. I love myself, but the internet has made me hate myself. But hey, they think we're not human, apparently. No, bitch, you think you're not human. You think we not human. You think we not stupid. I mean, well, of course you think we stupid, but you don't think that we're smart enough to pick up on the little shit that you doing, and you trying to throw a wool over our eyes to make it seem like it's not what it really was. Bitch, you don't have no right to be on no type of social media flirting with nobody when you are engaged and in a relationship. I don't care how you try to flip it and make it. To my mom, Dearra, family, and friends, love all of y'all. Take that love, y'all, and stick it up your ass, because because at this point you cannot keep saying you love somebody and telling Dearra you love her every time you get caught up in some shit. Because if you love this girl and this was the girl that you really wanted to be with, you wouldn't be getting caught up in this mess. You wouldn't even allow nobody to put you in a situation to where it would look bad and look like you get caught up in some shit. If those are the people that you're around that's putting you in those type of situations, you need to find some new friends, because those are not good friends for you, period. If you have single friends around you that want to live that single lifestyle and get you involved in that single lifestyle and you allow them to, bitch, you deserve to be single with them, period. I know you all. I just know you all have impacted my life in many ways, and I'll never forget what each of you have done for me. Be blessed and remember to love yourself. Some will say he's just playing victim, and others will understand. It's no longer for me to decide because I no longer care. Bitch, you been stopped caring. You been stopped caring, and that's the prime example is what I'm saying as to why Dearra needs to leave him the fuck alone. Because bitch, you do not care. You don't care, and it's clear that you don't care. You don't care about a lot of shit, and that's obvious. That's obvious. And that's why she needs to leave you the fuck alone, you know? And with that being said, like, I'm no longer watching them. I'm no longer engaging in that shit. Like, I'm no longer, like, I've been told you I stopped following them and stuff like that. But ever so often, if a video came up and it was from DK4L and it looked appealing to me, I would hop in and watch it every now and again, get them they like, you know, run they analytics up. But now I'm just over it because they faking the funk for me, and that's just something that I cannot get with, and I hate it. And I hope that she eventually leave him because she does deserve better, like I said, and she can have anybody that she want and make a bag. Period. She is the bag. Like, she's a walking bag in itself. Like, she can go be a model. Like, she can get all type of endorsement fucking deals. Like, and can too. Like, that's why I'm not understanding. If you're not happy with somebody, just separate and leave. It's okay for people to grow apart. Y'all been with each other for so long, since y'all was young. You know what I'm saying? Y'all growing. And as y'all grow, it's okay for people to grow apart. It's okay to admit that. Don't play in our face, because that's what make it seem like all our support and dedication to you guys has been in vain. And I don't like feeling like that when I genuinely support somebody. I want Ken to be free and find himself. If they do decide to split up, I just want him to go within and find who he really is, and just take a second look at the things that he's done, you know, and the actions that he's taken in certain situations, and just help that to mold himself into a better person, so that when he does get into another committed relationship, like I said, if they do split and go their separate ways, he's able to be committed and love the person genuinely and unconditionally from the bottom of his heart. And I hope that, you know, Dearra can come to terms with this and actually give us some type of genuine emotion, because at this point you looking real crazy, mama, and I don't like that for you. So with that being said, that's the end of this video, you guys. Continue to be bold, brave, and beautiful. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see each and every one of y'all in my next video. Peace out.